Call to the beginning of this meeting. Today is Monday, September 16th, 2024, and it's 4:09. Pledge of Allegiance first.
City of Las Vegas.
City of Las Vegas, New Mexico. All right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Marquez, do we need to ask the board to approve him as a temporary?
I think it'd be a good idea that we go ahead and ask the board to approve Mr. Sandoval as temporary chair for this meeting.
Would one of you make a motion?
I move that Isaac Sandoval be approved as our temporary chair for this meeting.
I second it.
Thank you. And then we need to call for the vote.
Go ahead and call for the vote, guys.
Ms. Lorraine Gardenia?
Second it.
Affirmative. But he's doing a roll call vote.
Yes.
Affirmative.
Mr. Rick Rubio?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Lee Einer?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Motion carries.
All right, and then the next is called to order.
We
We did that.
We did
Okay,
that.
so roll call.
Did that?
I did that.
Okay,
Approval of the agenda.
approval of the agenda. Were there any questions or anything?
You said
Mr.
you found
Chair,
mistakes.
I do believe we have a couple of misspellings and an inaccurate date. So I would ask that we correct those and
Do you need to get a
Vote on the
motion
minutes as
to
correct.
approve the agenda first and then go through the minutes and then, or
Right.
to put it on the table?
Once we approve the agenda, go ahead and discuss the minutes. But we have to approve the agenda first.
All right. So, do I just make a call? I motion to approve.
He has to make the motion, right? You make the motion
Yeah.
to approve the
Rick
agenda?
Rubio.
Make a motion to approve the agenda?
seconded.
I second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
You guys have it.
All right. And so now, Lee, you said there were some misspellings or some errors in that?
I
We need to
believe
address
that there is,
Where'd you find them?
I'm not entirely sure. I noticed we have Frank Montano with an MA. And I believe Parciante is also misspelled. And the date that the acequia is reported to have been constructed is actually about a decade off. It was constructed in the 1830s, to the best of my knowledge.
Do you have a date or are we just gonna put it to 1830s?
1800s. We could put it to 1830s, or if we have a moment, I can check it on Wikipedia.
You know, just a quick point of order, Chair. Yes, the day may be off on the acequia, but what's put on the minutes is what was stated by the presenter at that time. They were saying 1848. So yes, I agree with Mr. Reiner. It is incorrect on how, when the acequia was done. The acequia, I believe, was constructed in 1835 to 1838.
Exactly.
But what was stated by the presenter at that point in time was 1848. So that's why 1848 was placed in the minutes.
Very good.
So then because it was placed in the minutes, it has to stay.
It would have to stay because that was put on
That's
record.
what they testified
And
to.
we all know as a board and as employees that that data is inaccurate. But because it was 1835 to 1838 that the acequia was actually established.
So then for the next meeting, the next time this issue comes up, we'll address it? Or
I
so that way
think
it's on
it'd be a
the
good idea that we do address it next time, just to go ahead and correct them, because they may be mistaken as well. They may have just seen something that they thought was 1848, but that's why 1848 is within the minutes. It was said by the presenter.
Do we wanna change the spelling because those were taken off the sign-in sheets and some people's handwriting is hard to read?
Just spelling corrections, that's it.
And what is the correct spelling?
I don't know Mr. Montano, but if it's the standard spelling of the surname, it would be Montano. And Parciante is, I believe, Parciante.
And where are you reading that? Which page
To
line?
Google it.
Board member Roland Medrano stated that he is a Parciante on the Acequia Madre.
The
So
correct spelling is,
I believe that is Parciante with two A's.
okay, we can check that. I hadn't seen it spelled that way. I know in our Acequia records, it doesn't have the two A's, but we can check that.
Well, could be wrong. My spelling of Spanish is not good at all.
Ready? Make a motion that we approve the minutes with the changes that have been brought up.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a roll call? Ms. Lorraine Garduno,
Yes.
Mr. Rick Rubio,
Ready?
Mr. Leonard.
Yes.
Motion carries.
How do we open up for public comments? Is that the next step? Or to new business?
Sure.
Okay. So then, we need to review, discuss, and make recommendations regarding requests by Las Vegas Optic for signage placement at 106 Bridge Street.
Bring her in and to have her sworn in.
Okay?
Anybody who's gonna testify needs to be sworn in.
You and Scott need to stand up. Are you gonna present to the office?
Hang on one second.
Don't really have a presentation, but I'd be happy to.
But you're gonna speak on the office back, you have to stand up and raise your right hand, man.
It's not,
I think you just stand up and raise your right hand and then you should have the, yeah, I was
All
gonna
of
tell
you
you.
are gonna
that's what
testify,
we did.
stand up, raise your right hand.
all right. And I'm sorry, may I get your name?
Leona Harriman.
Leota. All right. And your last name one more time?
Harriman?
Harriman? All right. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you are about to give in the matter now in hearing will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right.
Mr. Chair, on board, today we have Ms. Leota Herman. She's going to be speaking on behalf of the Las Vegas Optic. So the Las Vegas Optic has submitted a design and review application in request to place a wall mount sign outside of their office at 106 Bridge Street. They are located in the Cultural Historic Overlay Zone. This location was previously known as CareNet, if you guys were familiar with that. So we do have Ms. Leota here with us, and she's here to, she can answer any questions that the board and Mr. Chair you may have.
I personally don't have any questions after looking over all this. It's pretty straightforward on the installation of the sign. So, do you have someone who's gonna install it for you already, or
Yes.
do you know what kind of fasteners you need, or are there anchors?
Yes, the anchors are already in the building.
Okay, cool.
And, we'd be using a screw 2.5, 3 inch, I'm not exactly sure of the dimension, but not more than 3 inches. I think it's probably 2.5.
Okay. And I see that the sign's already drilled out, the holes are already drilled out and everything, so it's ready for install.
It's made of aluminum,
Okay.
it's not heavy, aluminum and plastic.
All right. Does anyone have any questions or anything?
I don't have any questions.
But as long as it's a flat sign, we don't care. They're gonna wall.
Yes.
So then,
So make a motion to approve.
I make them, go ahead.
We need to know, are the screws stainless steel?
They certainly can be, if that's
I think that's a requirement.
They need to be stainless steel.
They gotta be rough. I don't know if I
Rust-proof.
can speak on it, but that has to be rust proof, and they have to be grade A. So we gotta make sure that they're not gonna collapse or nothing when people are walking through. One of the major things in our cultural historic areas that we're not drilling into are bricks. anything of that, any of the facade that might be historic. There are some ornamental walls and stuff like that, so I know where you guys are at, so you guys are not doing anything like that, so just to make it clear to the board that we're looking for all that stuff as well.
I believe this is already the sixth sign that's gone up there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But that is an important factor about the bolts being stainless steel, so that they don't become rusted and fall off or anything.
Okay.
Okay. At this time, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the signage with the changes that were made by Mr. Lucas.
I second.
I third.
No, all in favor?
All in favor?
Can I get a roll call, please?
Ms. Lorraine Garduno,
Yes.
Mr. Rick Rubio,
Yes.
Mr. Lee Einer,
Yes.
motion carries.
All right, thank you very much. We're thrilled to be in the historic district of,
The city staff is excited to have you guys over there too, to help us reinvigorate the Bridge Street area, so thank you for getting there over there, appreciate you guys.
we're gonna be doing an open house on the 27th, and I would invite all of you guys to come.
Thank you so much.
We need to learn those order operations. What is it called? Order of, all right. Any other business?
New business.
New business.
Mr. Chair, no new business at this time, sir.
Okay.
Other
Other business.
Other business, no, I wanna go on record, now that we're being recorded, and welcome Mr. Lee Einer to our board. And of course, Ms. Lorraine Garduno's already been here, so thank you, Ms. Lorraine, for being here. Mr. Einer, welcome aboard. And we're looking at some great meetings in the future, and appreciate the board. And thank you, Isaac, for standing up, and taking lead of this,
Don't you have to swear him in?
Isaac?
No, Mr. Reiner.
Mr. Einer, that's right.
You gotta swear him in.
Office.
Need to swear you in. Do we have the swearing procedures?
No, sir, I did not know that.
Okay, we could get it at the next meeting, I guess.
You can do a partial, you can just say, do you solemnly swear to abide by the rules and regulations of this committee?
I do.
He's sworn in. If Isaac says he is.
Mr. Rubio swore him in.
Sworn in by Mr. Rubio, Mr. Rick Rubio. We'll make sure it's all,
Blame it on me, huh?
Yes, sir.
We'll make sure it's all, on the up and up with it. We'll check with our city clerk to make sure that, all is abided by, all rules are abided by. Appreciate you, Mr. Einer, again, and welcome aboard.
Thank you.
You'll have to swear me in also. I haven't been sworn in yet.
Because she had an excused.
Oh, she had an excused absence for last time? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Mr.
Mr.
Rubio,
Rubio?
can you please go ahead?
You solemnly swear to abide by the rules and regulations of the board.
Yes, I do.
Mr. Isaac, do you approve, sir?
I approve.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair approves of both swear-ins. So we have some sworn-in DRB members.
What has happened with the SECA? They dropped it?
As of right now, sir, the SECA has approached the city staff with a couple of, I guess, plans to try to bring forward recommendations on their side to try to appease the board and not the historical community. But no application has been brought forth. I did reach out to them to see if they wanted to be on this meeting so we could have discussed it, but they said they wanted to hold up. So they still haven't come forward. I don't know if they're gonna come forward anytime soon, but I'm gonna press one more time, cause I'd like to have them in the coming month to get this situation settled and moved on, because it was a very active meeting last time, and I suspect it's gonna be the same when we have it the next time. So we gotta give public plenty of notice, and we also gotta give a SECA plenty of notice of when we're gonna do this. So we gotta make sure that we're dotting all our i's and crossing our t's with this one. Again, they did come forward, they have spoken to me, they do have some kind of plan to present to the board, but no application as of yet, sir.
I don't know if this is a question for on the record or not, but how does the board address the work that they already have done? Because that was an issue too for last meeting, correct? Or
It was, yes, sir. That would be something that the board would probably have to speak amongst itself when we're in session during that meeting with them.
Okay.
And the decisions would have to be made then upon what the board feels is the proper recommendation or method of taking care of what has already occurred. I really can't answer that as staff. I gotta present it as fair as possible.
Well, and it also depends on what they bring back from the engineer and everything, correct?
I believe the engineer was supposed to come back with something because last I had heard it was a forced main or something like that that he was talking about, and there was a lot of concern with that because there wasn't a method of how they were gonna do that. They just had a concept. So I think when they come back, they should have that type of presentation ready for you. And maybe that's what's holding up the application. Maybe they haven't gotten that information back yet. I just don't know yet.
Because I do believe this board does have the right to make them go back and correct what they've done.
That would be on the board's
Yes.
decision, and the sole purpose of the
But
board is
I
to
do
make sure we
believe the
protect
board
our
has the
historical
ability
values.
to go in and tell them they need to go back and correct it.
Yeah, I think we've all established the historical significance of the acequia. And it's not just in the district, it's the entire acequia madre.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I don't, I'll have to look into a legal I guess conclusion for that, or legal
Interpretation?
interpretation for it. Thank you. I couldn't
And
think of
then
the
the
word, couldn't pull the
recourse
word out,
for
but it was in my head. But I wanted to get that interpretation to see if that's the right thing for you guys. I'll look into it. I'll look into it.
Thank you.
One other question, what happened to the buffalo?
So the Buffalo is now a part of Main Street's scope. Well, I can't say that yet because they haven't gone through council, but we've talked to Main Street to see if they can assist us with an engineer to go ahead and see where we're gonna place this Buffalo and give you guys concept ideas, not direct ideas, but concept ideas of where it would look good. There's a few spots that we had discussed last time. Mr. Reiner, you're new to this one, and Lorraine, you're probably new to this one too, but there was a Buffalo sculpture that was donated to the city of Las Vegas. The only catch to it was it had to be placed somewhere within the Plaza Park area. So we're trying to find a spot for this Buffalo sculpture to be placed in the plaza. The board last time felt that renderings or concepts of where it would look good and how it would look good and how it would be kept safe from vandalism or from kids trying to climb on top of it to take pictures or stuff like that would be best for us. So that's what we're working on trying to get is concept drawings for the board to go ahead and make a recommendation to council.
Just to add to that, Mr. Marquez and I did meet with Main Street, so we have discussed it with them, they just have not gotten back to us.
Were they still thinking about the areas that were submitted, or it's just kind of still up in the air?
I think it was the areas that were submitted, but we also asked them if they could open it up to the entire area to see what would look, it might look better on this side than this side. We don't know, we just wanna see what those concept drawings would look like. I kind of feel it would fit really good right by the gazebo, but I'm not the one that has that power to say, let's put it right here. I wanna make sure that everybody's happy with it, everybody in the community is happy with it. In my opinion, the Buffalo has a lot of significance for the city of Las Vegas. So I wanna see it go up. It looks great. It's a great looking piece of art. You guys saw the pictures of it before. And Mr. Reiner, if you need to look at them, I could send them to you on your cell phone so you can look at them, and Lorena, I'll send it to you as well.
Thank you.
It looks like an actual buffalo, so an actual buffalo, and it's made out of like this real like kind of like the barbed wire wiring type of thing without the barbs, of course. But it looks spot on. It looks exactly like a buffalo grazing. So it's really good piece of art.
Nice.
So and when it's gonna come back, I'll give you guys more of the history breakdown of how the buffalo came to be and how it came over here to be in Las Vegas right now.
Excellent.
All right, well, if there's no other business, then do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
All right,
A
second?
second?
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
All right. Adjourn.
go home.
What time is it, Mr. Isaac? I'm sorry.